The University Teachers Association of Ghana, Utag, has rejected calls for the resignation of the Vice-Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Knust, Professor Obri Danso, following the riots which occurred on Monday, October 22, 2018 in Kumasi. On the line is the President of Utag, Dr. Eric Opoku-Mensah. Good evening, sir. Dr. Opoku-Mensah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
You're welcome to GBC 24 and GTV. What is the position of Utag on the incident that took place at KNUST on Monday?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that I hope you've received the press release that Utag sent out. And
no.
in this press release, we have clearly stated that what has happened on KNUST campus is unfortunate, and that we condemn the incident. Students have been injured, and property of the university have been destroyed. It's rather unfortunate, and that we pray at this point that all parties remain calm to allow the governing council, together with management, to reflect on what has happened and look forward and take a decision so that teaching, learning, and research can resume. KNUST was a very important university, in this country. What Utag is worried about at this point in time are the comments some individuals are making on social media and on different media platforms that the Vice-Chancellor of KNUST, Professor Obri, should resign.
Mm-hmm.
That is unfortunate. It's unfortunate because the decision which has led to all of this was a decision that was taken by the University Council. And for those who do not know, public universities in Ghana are all governed by councils.
Yes.
And the council comprises some representatives of government, one of which is a chair appointed by the President of the Republic. The Vice-Chancellor, who is the head of the management team of the university, is a member of this council. The SRC President is a member of this council. The Utah President is a member of this council. TEU has a representative. CHAS is also represented duly on the council, together with others. Now, all these people, come together to form the University Council. And once the council decides on any policy, the Vice-Chancellor is mandated to carry out the implementation of the decision of council. This is what happened. And if the students, for whatever reason, have reacted in this way for a lot of damage to occur on the campus of KNUST, I think it is irresponsible on the part of certain individuals to quickly lay this whole blame at the feet of the Vice-Chancellor and call for his resignation. So far as we are concerned, when this issue happened, I'm talking about the decision to change some traditional halls to allow female students to be occupied. Some alumni went to pay the courtesy call on the president to intervene on the issue. The president, I don't know what the president told them, but what I know is that the president is duly represented, or the government is duly represented on every university council.
Yeah.
And that's why the president is represented by the chair and other government nominees. And therefore, whatever government wants to do, it does it through the council, the governing council. In this country, we have to allow universities autonomy to exist.
Yes.
And that is a practice all over the world. It doesn't mean that when individuals or officials of university are doing anything that the public considers as untoward, the first thing is for us to call for the Vice-Chancellor to resign. That is unfortunate because that decision was not the sole decision of the Vice-Chancellor. It was the decision that was taken by the council. So the council decided for whatever reason not to listen to the appeal of any stakeholder. The responsibility of that decision cannot be the sole responsibility of the Vice Chancellor. I think that we ought to be circumspect in the way we allow universities to function. Yes, this is a crisis situation. It happens in different forms, different shapes on university campus once in a while. Utag doesn't function it. It is gloomy. It paints a gloomy picture. As at now, students have been asked to go home. There are many international students on KNUST campus, and their parents back home are watching what steps the governing council and the major stakeholders are going to take with respect to what has happened. And I think that we must be mindful of the comments we make as people go on social media and call for the resignation of the Vice Chancellor. There are procedures. A Vice Chancellor doesn't appoint himself. He is appointed duly through proper procedure by the council. And it's a very long process. So if anybody feels that the Vice Chancellor has done anything untoward, such appeals should go to the governing council for them to decide on or decide on those issues and take decision regarding the future of the university with respect to what has happened. Many international partners are watching and reading the comments on social media and watching on the internet to see what we do. Nowadays, all countries around the world, as part of their tourism potential, are also embarking on educational tourism to make sure that universities have more international students to bring in money to improve this country's GDP. And that is one thing that KNUST has done very well. Utah thinks that we as a country should be mindful the way we handle these things, especially politicians coming in and making unguarded calls and whipping up public sentiment. Let's all stay away and allow the governing council, which has proper representation from all stakeholders and which is properly constituted, to examine the issues and proffer the way forward. Utag is watching closely to see how this issue unfolds. And we are only interested in measures and procedures that will allow teaching and learning and research to be restored on this university of ours. We are proud of KNUST. We are happy with what the strides they've made over the years. And therefore, we shouldn't make comments that will jeopardize what has happened. It's a crisis situation. Let us allow the University Council to lead the way forward to get out of this gloomy clouds.
Questions. And so what is the way forward now?
The way forward is that the council is going to meet. Today, the Minister of Education was in KNUST to interact with the management and possibly the council. Let us see in the next few days the decision that will be taken. I think that we've lost a lot of resources in this process. The universities in our country are always crying for more resources and infrastructure. What has happened, I don't want to talk about the students, it's rather unfortunate, but we lost so much. And I think that we ought to reflect on this carefully. And as I will say again, allow the University Council to lead the way, because it has the mandate, it has the capacity to do this, and therefore let us allow it. The University Council is not weak to show the way out of this gloomy picture. Let us allow it to function, and I know that they will show the way for teaching and learning to be restored on KNUST campus.
Thank you very much. I've been speaking to Dr. Eric Opoku Mensah, the president of the University Teachers Association of Ghana.